Good morning, and welcome to our Godly Place session on this second Sunday of Easter. During the Easter season, we will be telling the Godly Place story called Knowing Jesus in a New Way. This story traces what we call the post-resurrection appearances of Jesus right up until Pentecost. So, are you ready for a story? On the first Sunday of Knowing Jesus in a New Way, only the women had the courage to go to the tomb. There were three Marys among others. Mary Magdalene seemed to be leading the way. And there was Mary, the mother of James, and Mary, the mother of Jesus. Mary Magdalene was not a mother, but she was a kind and true friend. They were bringing spices with them to finish the burial, but they wondered how they would get into the tomb. When they arrived, the stone had been rolled away. And when they looked in the tomb, it was empty. Jesus was gone. All that was left was the white cloth that he had been wrapped in. They rushed back to tell the others, but most of them didn't believe them. Peter, being Peter, got up and ran towards the tomb. Some say that John also ran and got there first. John waited for Peter, and when he arrived, they went into the tomb. Somehow, they felt Jesus' presence, even in his absence. But he was still gone. Gone. Truly gone. They returned. But Mary Magdalene stayed, standing outside the tomb, weeping. She heard a voice, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She turned and saw two people standing there, all dressed in white. They said to her, "Jesus is not here. He has gone on to Galilee. Tell the disciples to meet him there." Then she heard another voice, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She turned and she saw someone that she thought must be the gardener. She said to him, "Sir, please tell me, where have they taken him, so that I may go and take him away?" He said her name, Mary. And when she heard her name, she knew it was he. She must have reached out, because he said, "No, do not touch me. I have risen, but I have not yet ascended." And then he was gone. And she went back to tell the others. On the second Sunday of Easter, we remember on that first Easter in the afternoon, there were two people walking from Jerusalem to Emmaus. It's about 12 kilometers. They must have been shaking their heads in wonder as they walked. The cross, the empty tomb, what did it mean? A stranger joined them. At first they didn't notice, but then the stranger asked, "What are you talking about?" And they said, "Have you not heard? Are you the only one that doesn't know what has happened in Jerusalem these past 3 days?" And they told him about the cross, and the empty tomb. The stranger said, "Oh, how foolish you are and slow of heart." And then he opened the scriptures to them. "Do you not remember when we were trapped in Egypt and Moses led the people through the water to freedom? Do you not remember when we were trapped in our freedom in the desert and God gave Moses the 10 best ways to live? Do you not remember when we were trapped in exile and the scripture told us that a child would lead us and that someone would suffer and die so that we could be truly alive?" The time passed quickly as the stranger talked, and soon they came to Emmaus. The stranger went to go on, but they asked him to stay, and so he did. And at supper in the inn, the stranger took bread and broke it and gave thanks to God and gave it to them. And then they knew it was he. And he was gone. They sat there at the table for a while, talking amongst themselves. Were not our hearts burning as he opened the scriptures to us? And then they got up and they returned to Jerusalem to tell the others that they had known Jesus in the breaking of the bread. Now, I wonder if you have anything in your house that you might bring to put beside these tiles to help us tell the story some more. I wonder, for those of you who know the Godly Play room, if there's anything in this room that we might bring and place beside each of these tiles to help us tell the story some more. You may also want to discuss the other Godly Play questions with those you are watching this story with. I wonder what part of this story you like the best. I wonder what part is the most important part. I wonder if there's anything we can take out and still have all the story we need. I wonder where you are in this story, or what in this story is about you. Well, thank you for joining me for today's Godly Play story. Our church service is going to begin shortly on FaceTime or YouTube or through the church website, so stay tuned. And I wish you a blessed second Sunday of Easter. Thank you.